tomorrow is the 4th of July. We're going to a party, and so I have left my glasses somewhere. Here they are. I have said I would bring some dips and some chips and a flag cake. So right now I'm going to make this cream cheese and pecan dip. So I have 1 block of cream cheese that's been sitting out all morning. It's lunch now, a little after, and you're just going to kind of stir it, you know, to kind of soften it up even more. Probably going to have to switch over to a spoon. And I prefer mild, and I bought some mild, but they gave me hot, and so I'm going to use this medium pecan instead. And you just keep adding until it's like you want it. So I add a little and stir, and add a little and stir. Some people put it in a blender and blend it up. I kind of like the little bit of chunkiness that the pecan gives. So I don't blend mine. Let's do this with a spoon. All right, I'm gonna keep on stirring and adding, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Okay, so here it is. Part of the reason for making it a day in advance is to kind of let the flavors all marry. And so in the morning before we go, I will check the consistency and the taste of this before we go and add to it if I need to. Serve this with tortilla chips is so good. Okay, so I'm making a Jello poke flag cake for the 4th of July. So this is just a regular white cake baked like it says on the box. I've got 1 cup of boiling water and 1 small box of strawberry Jello. Now, I've seen some that do the strawberry and like berry blue, but I'm not a real big fan of the blue berry stuff, and so I'm just going to do strawberry. So you dissolve the Jello in the boiling water. It won't take a minute. And then come over to your cake, and I take the opposite end of a wooden spoon and just poke holes. That looks like a really, really moist cake. Okay. Take your strawberry Jello and just pour it over. Let it cool a little bit. I'm going to put the lid on it and refrigerate it overnight. Good morning, y'all. It's the 4th of July and it's 3:05 a.m. I did not sleep worth a flip last night. I'm telling you, I didn't go to bed till 10. I flipped and flopped and flipped and flopped, and I've been up since 1. So I thought, since I'm up, I might as well go ahead and do what I need to do for today, because at some point I'm going to crash, and it'll probably be around 5:30. This is the way I roll. My whole family is this way at any given time during the night. If I get up, I could text my mom or my uncle or one of my cousins, and they would be up too. It runs in the family. My grandfather was the same way, I think. So anyway, I'm making this dill pickle ranch dip, and I've never made it before. I've never made it before, so my friends today are going to be guinea pigs. All right, we're going to start with a cup of sour cream. So to make it easy on myself, I had bought this 8-ounce container of sour cream. And so I'm just going to dump it in the bowl. And then I'm going to need a cup of mayo. So you know I'm using Duke's. And I'll just put it in here in this empty container to kind of measure it. Which, honestly, I feel like I could have just done this on my own. I've cooked enough, I can kind of tell what a cup is. So, there's that. 1 cup of mayo. All right. We're going to put in 1 packet of ranch dip. And 2 teaspoons of onion, finely chopped. I had chopped them already, so that's a little more than 2 teaspoons, but I'm going to dump it right in. 1/3 of a cup of relish. So I made my own relish one year. So here we are. I've got relish in here, and I'm just going to dump it in, all of it. Use the rest of the jar. Don't need the spoon. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of dill seasoning. So I didn't know there was such a thing. I was just going to put dill in it. There is such a thing as dill seasoning, so I Pinterested a recipe. Pinterested, is that a word? At 3 a.m.? Yes, it is a word. The recipe for dill seasoning. And so I made it up, and it says 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm gonna probably go a little heavy on it and do something like that. Maybe even something like that. Because I feel like it's gonna need that. And then just stir. Okay, so here it is. Glad I got up and did this because it needs time for all the flavors to marry. I was gonna do it last night, but I was so tired. We had a little kink in our schedule. My oldest son hurt his foot, and we had some crutches, and he needed them so he could go to work today. So we carried them over to his house and visited for a little while, and it kind of set me back, and I was tired last night. So here we are, 3 a.m. The Pickle Ranch Dip is going in the freezer. Refrigerator. Okay, so while I'm up, I decided to check on the consistency of my dip that I made yesterday. I can tell on the bottom it needed stirred some more, and I think I'm gonna add a little bit more pecan. That's why I check it after it sits, kind of gets thick, and so I'm gonna add some more pecan to it. And that way later on this morning, everything will be set. All I'll have to do is pack up and leave. And I can go back to bed and sleep late, hopefully, or else it's gonna be a long, long day. I think I will wait to decorate my flag cake until, pretty close before it's time for me to go, because I don't know if the strawberries and blueberries will get, runny or mushy or whatever. I don't know. Plus I'm tired and I want it to look pretty, and I feel like I would just rush through it. And there. This is done. I would brush through it and it wouldn't be as pretty as if I had taken my time. So, putting this back in the refrigerator to pack up in a bit. What do you do when it's the 4th of July at 3:45 a.m.? You paint your fingernails. I'm gonna do some fun fingernail painting, and then I'm gonna sit down and watch some YouTube and wait on the Sandman, and hopefully he's gonna bring me a dream. and somewhat at them. I laid back down about 4:30. That's the microwave. And I laid around until about 7. So anyway, I'm tired, but it's gonna be a good day. Starting to pack up my bag and we're getting ready to go. I got my cake all decorated. And so I hope everybody has a wonderful 4th of July and a safe 4th of July. God bless y'all, and we'll see you in the next one.